Hi, Bill McRae here. This is the Massive Passive Mass Deploy option. I'm going to show you how quickly I can build 100 websites. You can look over my shoulder. First off, I've already set up a CSV file. This is a list of the keywords and everything I need to do in order to upload this file and have it build all these sites for me. There's 99 sites there. We've already got a couple sites in. In this particular case, I am using subdomains, subfolders instead of subdomains. Doesn't matter which way you go. I usually recommend subdomains, and this time we're using folders. Same process. It's just this particular hosting account doesn't allow wildcard subdomains. So it works better if you have wildcard subdomains. This one doesn't because it's an add-on domain. So we're going to put it into a subfolder. What we've done is we created our site and then we created a template. The template looks like this. The great thing about the template is it's basically all set up with AdSense, and I'm going to add a little bit of ClickBank on the other side as well. Now I paused the film and I refreshed it to show you the ClickBank ads. They're text ads. The monetization on this site is based on the theme. The theme I'm using is called Talion. Within the product and the course called Massive Passive Profits, I show you all sorts of different templates and themes you can use. You can decide what's right for your application. I like to make money with AdSense and with ClickBank, and I also have a separate business model using just Amazon and ClickBank as well as AdSense. This one I'm not using any Amazon on. Okay, so I created this template, and I also set the content system up for this template as well. So if we go in the back end of the system, we go down to the Massive Passive plugin, and you can see I've already set up a campaign that's going to post every 4 hours articles and YouTubes based on certain keywords. Now what I did next is I went into the sites feature. I logged into the back end of the root domain, and I'm going to upload this prepped CSV file so that we can start building us sites. Okay, now to use the Mass Deploy feature, you come down to Mass Create option. Now, if you just bought the Massive Passive plugin without the Mass Deploy, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. But if you want to buy it, it's still available as an upsell. We're going to select the template, which is that one website that I showed you. We want to go ahead and copy the theme. All the plugins and the widgets are set up. Plus, I want to copy the pages, because on the pages I had everything set up as far as things like disclosures and about me and contact information. Now we're just going to browse down to the CSV file that we created somewhere on our desktop, and we're going to select it. Now we're ready to go and take the next step. We just click next. Okay, when you hit next, it's going to show you any errors it has with any of the domains. Well, the first line had an error because it was actually my template guide, but none of the other files have any errors, and here you see the number of blogs it's going to create. And we're also going to select the ERP file here. Now it's going to start creating websites for us. This is the cool part. 1 has been created. 2. What the Mass Deploy plugin does is it goes through 5 at a time, lets you know when it's done with those 5. And if you want to continue, you just tell it the next 5 blogs. The reason why we do that is if there's any errors or anything, we want you to be able to write them down so you can go individually fix them. As long as you put that CSV file together, you're not going to have any errors. One of the key things to why this works so well is there's only one location where you have to manage the content plugin. That's the Massive Passive plugin itself. You only have to upload that into the root directory, and it propagates across all these. In this case, these are subdomains. In other cases, subfolders. In other cases, they're subdomains. It just builds and builds and builds and builds hundreds of sites. It makes it so easy because when we upgrade the plugin, you only have to upgrade it in one spot. Not only that, you can also go in there and change settings, and it propagates throughout the entire network. Let's say if you had to change your Amazon setting, or if you wanted to make a change to add in the mass create option that you didn't have, you'd upload that one file into one spot, and it would give you that option to start doing mass create. The ideal thing is to build these with subdomains. Instead of being www, have it be healthyfoods.healthyfoodguidelines.com. In this particular case, because I'm using an add-on domain, it won't let me do that. But if you get a good web hosting account and you have the ability to create separate cPanels for each blog, you can set up the wildcard hosting, and when you set up wildcard hosting, it just builds those sites and the subdomains without you having to do anything. This is what the mass deploy feature is for the massive passive profits plugin. It will create a huge blog cluster for you. You'll get a little bit of traffic on a lot of sites, and as a result of that, you start picking up clicks for AdSense, you start picking up Amazon income, you start picking up a ClickBank order here and there. It really is an easy, massive way to make very easy, small amounts of money on each site over time. It adds up to be something spectacular. So the final thing I want to say is it took me 6 minutes to make this video. Took me 15 minutes to set up my CSV file. Took me 30 minutes to actually build the root blog and get the domain name and set up the portal. When it's all done here, within the next 20 minutes, I'll have all 100 sites built in under 2 hours. And there is just simply nothing else that will do this for you. Mass deploy, massive passive profits is, without a doubt, your best opportunity to make some serious money with passive income.